It's not what any of us want to see, and everybody's around him, and just hope that he's going to be okay.
Let's bring in our Dr. David Agus. Good morning, Dr. Agus. How are you doing?
Good morning, Nate. I'm all right.
I wish we had you here under better circumstances, but your knowledge is needed in moments like this. The Buffalo Bills confirmed in a statement that Damar Hamlin suffered cardiac arrest. His heartbeat was restored.
Cincinnati Bengals fans are calling the NFL rigged louder than everybody else that has been calling the NFL rigged. The amount of people that would have to be in on it and the amount of money that all these people would have to be paid would have to be so astronomical that they wouldn't tear down the entire league. There's only like 20 states or 17 states that have legal sports gambling, and that's where everything revolves around. And they're great business people, that's why they're rigging games. And they're classified as entertainment. I don't think that's happening since 2015, but they were classified as an entertainment, and that was their way, being good business people, to get out of having to fucking pay taxes.
Right. So the conspiracy is that Damar Hamlin actually died on the field, obviously due to the vaccine. And the person that came out the other day was not him, but an actor. And the NFL is covering up his death to protect the jab. And the person was actually a body double.
This other one, Damar Hamlin, Illuminati hand sign. And I know I don't have to tell all of you this, but I will anyway. He's obviously making a heart. That's not an Illuminati triangle. Also, if they did do a body double, why would he proudly display an Illuminati triangle?
Damar Hamlin's family. I couldn't see him.
I couldn't see him either.
You want to talk about balling in obscurity?
Somewhere beyond this
it could have been paid
waterfall.
actors. It could have been paid actors up there. The snow was
problem.
It was impenetrable, and they just kept showing the same shot.
Yeah.
They were like,
There he is.
Let's check back on Damar Hamlin's family, who's in a blizzard somewhere.
And the thing was, it would be like third down, and the Bills would be on defense, and they're like, come on, Bills fans, let's hear it. And Damar Hamlin's here! And they're like, okay.
The fans could see, though. We just at home couldn't see because there was 6 feet of snow.
They were using him as a prop at times for stadium noise, and I didn't like it.
The NFL may have been caught red-handed in a lie during the scary Damar Hamlin injury. It's no secret at this point. Bills safety Damar Hamlin had a terrifying injury. He is currently in critical condition after going into a cardiac arrest, which later caused the game to get canceled against the Bengals. But before the game was ultimately canceled, Joe Buck stated that the NFL gave the players 5 minutes to get ready to go back into the game.
They'll have 5 minutes to warm up.
And wouldn't you know it, the NFL pushes back on this statement. NFL VP Troy Vincent said, "I'm not sure where that came from." He also called it ridiculous and insensitive. Now ESPN is pushing back on the NFL defending Joe Buck. We reported what we were told in the moment and immediately updated the fans as new information was learned. Interesting. So the NFL wants you to think that they didn't say this. So why would Joe Buck say it several times if he didn't hear from someone? And why was Joe Burrow warming up? And why would Stephon Diggs get his team pumped up almost as if they were about to go back on the field? What are your thoughts? Did the NFL lie here?
Talking about this since 2018 about how full-time refs optically would just look much better to everybody. Because you got part-time refs and they're not full-time refs, there's a chance that they could be maybe swayed by somebody outside the NFL. All politicians, because they don't get paid enough, so they're easily swayed by big pharma, big gas, fucking alcohol, tobacco, whatever. You can get named into it. That's where all the money comes from, because they're able to be swayed because they don't make enough.
But here's my question. Why has it become socially acceptable to mourn a serious injury for an NFL athlete, but not a member for our troops? Not a member of our troops. Because it's completely fine for, players of a team and ESPN and the fans to all hold up a player's number before a game, and for everyone to just stop the whole world and to create 1,000 different hashtags for support for an athlete, but not a fallen or injured soldier. The sad bottom line is, one is out there part of a team selling tickets for entertainment. Then you got a Marine, Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force. They're part of a team too. Only they're not providing entertainment, they're providing freedom. A soldier has to fly home on an Angel flight from overseas, and he's got his casket and he's got his flag draped over it, and it lands sometime after midnight, and his family and a few mourners are there to greet him, and maybe a blurb in the local newspaper the next day on A14. But you take one of our troops out, how many are going to jump in line to take his place next? Not many.